Hello friends and people I don't like. I'm going to do a little bit more of this. So you've seen my thumbnail. It's quite good, wasn't it? It's all you need for a really good clickbaity thumbnail. Woman with her tits out, possibly like enlarged somewhere, big arrow, and the big yellow text. Every YouTube thumbnail I see at the moment has just big yellow text. So I'm going to keep using stuff like that. It might work. If it works for all those fandom menace lot, then it might work for me. So, don't know how long I'll do this for tonight. I was meant to, should have started this at about 9 o'clock, not 11 p.m. But, you know, maybe I'll do it for an hour, maybe I'll do it for 10 minutes, maybe I'll do it for 5 hours. No idea. Like last time, I'm going to attempt to sort of not be too hung up on the chat and just get on with a little bit of work. But you know what happens. Once I've had too many old fashions, I'll just end up on the chat. So, last time, hadn't really got very far. I changed my mind about halfway through, I think. So, you know, we'd sort of got as far as this. I'm aware there's something dodgy about the water line right here, but I know how that's going to be fixed when it comes to it. So, let's just see sort of where we were. And we were about there. And that was it. Nice job using a fake factory model for the thumbnail. Yep, you know it. So yeah, we hadn't really got any further than that. Weirdly though, this time Source Filmmaker is actually playing at quite a low frame rate. You may remember last time I was kind of complaining that it was too smooth. And it just isn't this time. I'm not quite sure why. And I was getting quite used to it being smooth. Anyway, so we were about as far as him standing up. So in my own time, I've done this. And that's about as far as we've got so far. So we're, you know, getting somewhere. Oh, got the new computer. Nice. M1 MacBook Pro. Hey, good work. So, we're sort of nearly done with the end of this shot now, which is a relief, because it's just been a long time trying to do this weird wanna that dips underwater, and obviously that's kind of my thing. Lots of wannas, lots of slow stuff, which a lot of people don't really like. So I am going to save a new file, because I always save new files all the time. Right. Alright, I'm going to turn off the lighting so we can actually see what's going on under the water there. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to properly take this down, turn off the ambient occlusion as well, so it's closer to the frame rate that we want. To be honest, I think it's Streamlabs that are that's slowing it down this time. I'm not entirely sure why. So, there's a chair right next to me that is just in the way. Ugh. Killed anyone yet?
Pardon?
Has she killed anyone yet?
No, but I've just chatted up this old man who's teaching me how to fish, so I think he's a candidate.
Sam's doing the Black Widow challenge on Sims 4 today. You're going to have Gordon almost drown or something. Well, not quite almost drown. There wasn't quite enough time with the elevator sinking to kind of go into that. He's going to fairly effectively just escape this elevator this time, I think. Done everything like just a little too quick, but whatever. So he's going to... So from about here... Let's see where we are. So he needs to kind of turn around. His last movement. He's turning that way, counterclockwise. So if he's kind of going about here. That work? This stuff always looks so silly, man, when you first... Oh, what is it with... What is it with Source Filmmaker not knowing what direction you're trying to turn your character? So he's gone... You see, I don't want him to turn that way. I want him to turn the opposite direction. To kind of... This always really irritates me. Let's just undo all that crap. So he's kind of done that. He turns... That might work that time. Oh yeah, that's a good animating right there. Oh man, it always looks so bad when you first started out. Oh, I think it all needs to... Maybe needs to be a little bit slower. Oh shit, is he ghosting into it? Oh no, not quite. Having to kind of motion it in my head. So he's done that, and then he... Right, so I think spine 2 needs to start animating much quicker than spine 1, than pelvis even. So let's have spine 2 starting about here. Oh no, actually. I wonder if SFM would work on here. It doesn't on a Mac. You'll struggle unless you use Parallels or like manage to natively boot up Windows. SFM isn't compatible with Apple stuff. Something very wrong with this, and I can't work out what it is. I'm just going to delete it. Delete all that hard work. 5 minutes of hard work. You get quite a lot of me just staring. The thumbnail is kinda clickbait, sir. I hate it. Clickbait thumbnail. Simp. Yeah, that was the point. That's why it says irrelevant clickbait in the top corner. It's all a bit of a laugh. I'll tell you what, you clicked on it. So the clickbait does indeed work. You know, that sounded needlessly mean when I said, well, it worked. Didn't mean for it to quite come out like I was being such a prick. So yeah, sorry about that. Right, anyway, I'm trying to animate this this bit here. You know, I've been doing really well the whole time I've not been streaming, and suddenly I start streaming it, and it just looks bad. Why is that? It's probably going to be too slow. Let's see now. The frustrating thing is that, like, this will be kind of much easier once I get to the next part of it. I've got it in exactly in my head for what he should be doing, but it's just not quite working. So just bear with me here while I sit and stare at it. Are you familiar with Lynn Ramsey? Yeah, Lynn Ramsey's a very good filmmaker. We just watched You Were Never Really Here the other day, which I liked a lot. It's basically Joker if it was made by talented people. Crash Bash, what is this for? I just joined the stream. This is me attempting to stream animating a little bit of stuff and drawing a total blank on how this bit should go. It's to kind of let's just see about doing this again. I know that this always looks completely stupid initially, but I can always just revert back to the previous one if it doesn't look right at all, which currently it doesn't. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Oh, that just doesn't work. You know, the exact problem I was having when I streamed this the other day, and I just couldn't quite work it out. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm now going to stand in the middle of my room and like weirdly mime it to myself. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but yeah, there I am. Sort of is like that. It's kind of unless it just sort of looks alright once I've started kind of doing all of this. I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of do it very roughly. Yeah, because I mean, right now it looks stupid because his feet are in the wrong place. We'll get there. So let's get his these bits, his legs in the right place. So we sort of, once it's about straight there, we're on his right foot here. This stuff always looks like completely dreadful when hang on, I'm just gonna get myself a wider camera. Go. Copy that to the work camera. There we go. Right. Slightly wider. I can do a little bit more with that. His toe shouldn't be like that, should it? Let's just get that back to normal. Oh, that didn't work at all. That's better. Okay. Right, so we're getting somewhere now. Let's just move that up a little, to the side a little. Oh, no, wait. His foot's going the wrong way, isn't it? Oh, for goodness sake. Here we go. Source filmmaker making things swing round entirely the wrong way, as it always does. So we'll just quickly fix that. Take it here. Ramp tool is useful, I find, for fixing dodgy rotations, which, as I say, Source Filmmaker is the absolute king of. And obviously that still looks absolutely awful, but that's not the point right now. So, left foot. This is left. Okay. Have you tried SFM2 yet, Wheezy Games? No, I probably won't, because there aren't enough models for it. I don't understand how any of it works. It takes up like a stupid amount of RAM, and SFM has all the stuff. It's got all the assets. Yeah, it's a bit simplistic, but the point of this isn't polish, you know? I'm trying to... What is going on there? Oh, it's... Legs ramped around the wrong way again, hasn't it? It's just... And it's done it again. Port the Black Mesa maps and their respective assets into S2F. Yeah, it's just there's so much faffing on to do there, and I don't understand porting or modeling or any of that stuff. Like, I just kind of I use this because it's a ridiculously simple program, and it kind of works with my very limited knowledge. So, you know, anything more complex, it's just too much for me. It's just oh God, very bad. Yeah, I mean, that right leg is not good. Bob Ross has caught another stream back from the dead. Right then, right hand, here we go. I'll tell you what we will do, we'll just rotate it slightly. Remember that these are always very rough. There's no intention for this to look like the finished product yet, because I would never get anything done if I didn't do it in drafts. And once again, it's done exactly what I didn't want it to. Oh, is this hand rotating around the wrong way? What is it with Source Filmmaker not knowing how to rotate things? Gonna just ramp the rotation. We tried using the model from Half-Life Alyx, the Gordon Freeman model. That this is the Gordon Freeman Half-Life Alyx model, just with some nice stuff. It's got the Mark IV suit on it. It's it's lovely and high res. Oh, you fucking thing. Still not working. Why is that? Unless I just tell it to stop being so stupid. Why does it always animate in the opposite direction? Please tell me. I changed the resolution. And yes, in the launch options, put so if you want it to be in 1080p, you want hyphen SFM underscore revolution. Hyphen SFM underscore resolution space 1080. So that's just your vertical resolution. You put the number. So for 4K 2160. Now back to battling with this stupid bloody hand. Ah, you guys are all loving my clickbait. It worked. I've got like 2 more viewers than last time. Okay, maybe if I ramp the hand rotation from here. Get rid of that. He's still doing it. For fuck's sake. You know what? Let's just ramp the entire positioning. No, that was worse. Can someone please explain to me how to make hands rotate the correct way? Because this is starting to absolutely do my fucking head in. Let's just see what happens if I... For fuck's sake, man. Is it the X rotation that's wrong? Yeah, it is. Oh no, that's not good. You see, why does it go back on itself? Imran Isak. Hey! Two BAMs. I'm gonna look at what BAMs are. Bosnia and Herzegovina convertible mark. Cool. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hey, here's an idea. How about everyone does a bit of that? Yeah, I won't force you. But Imran, much appreciated. You are definitely one of the friends. I'm spending an inordinate amount of time doing this, but this is just starting to get really irritating. Why won't it fix? Come on. Sorry guys, I'm just having a complete and utter meltdown over this stupid hand. Oh! Okay. Now you're working. And now you're not working. I am Zachary Antle, $5. Where I manners always support the creator you love, says the guy who supports piracy. We all support a little bit of piracy. But hey, Zachary, amazing. You have been on every stream and have shown so much support, you know. You've gone above and beyond, man. That's amazing. Thank you very much. I wish I had like a better way of sort of thanking people when they do that, because, you know, I haven't done that like, oh, I'll only talk to you if you super chat me thing, but you know, you guys are just class. I wonder if I can like find a record of all the people who do this. Can you like can you keep track of your super chats? I'm just gonna Google it right now. Oh, I'm sure there's a way to do it. Anyway. Okay, so this still looks completely wrong. But we'll see. So let's check on the left hand. Left arm is just about straightened. About there. And we'll take it up like this, and we'll get that hand moving. Hey guys, guess what? The bloody hand's turning the wrong way again. Michael's World! $5. That's 3 of you guys, man. Super chatting me. I love it. Thank you. You are a very good friend. I really need to find some way of like rewarding you guys better. Right. I wish I could donate. No, don't you worry. If you can't donate, you can't donate. It's not in any way an issue. Because, in all honesty, just tuning in tuning in. It's a pretty outdated term, isn't it? Just watching, man. Like, just being a part of it. Is great. Marco SD, can you give me a recap on what's happening? What's happening is I'm streaming myself really wrestling with Source Filmmaker and its dodgy hand rotation. It just rotates the wrong way. When did the stream start? Don't know actually. Half an hour ago maybe? Right, here we go. Let's get this rotation right. Come on, come on. Oh, it's gone completely wrong. God, he's really watching me get pedantic over something here, but this is just something I really want to get to the bottom of, and I can never. It's always entertaining and funny to watch me struggle, is it? Oh yeah. You love watching me suffer. Right, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google why things rotate the wrong way. Okay, the impression that I get is that it is it's just to do with something, but I think what I need to do is right. Just a sec. I'm going back into here. I'm just gonna Google more stuff. Oh, I'm too hot in here. Jesus. I've got a bad gateway on that one there. This is fun, isn't it? Trying to just do the bare minimum. I mean, that's not right anyway. Oh, now it's even worse. So it's the, I think it's the Z. 104.739. minus 19. Oh, I cannot work this out. So what we'll do, let's just delete the Z. Okay, that once again didn't work. I'm just making it all worse. Oh god. Put another keyframe. Every time I put another keyframe in between, dude, it just makes the spin even worse. And I can't work out what the hell. Oh shit. Oh, bollocks. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this keyframe here. Yeah, that Z keyframe, move it up or down, right? That's the impression that I get I need to do, right? The thing is, I can't quite work out exactly what that means. Because it's basically from this keyframe here, just past 28.1, to just before 28.6. That's where it's rotating in the wrong direction. It's fine after that. Why is it choosing to go in that direction? Is it because it's giving it a negative value as opposed to a positive one? I'm asking a really technical question here because, you know, I'm the animator and you guys are watching me animate and I don't know what I'm doing. So, Mark, I think... No, sorry, not Mark. E7 Jammy. Please try and enlighten me to what's wrong here. What happens if I do that? Oh, it's still bloody not working. Oops. You see, every single time I add a new keyframe, it just doesn't work. You know what? I think I know what you're getting at here. I'm creating the end pose first, aren't I? So this is my start pose. The end is about here. So what I need to do is actually go a little more slowly. Mark OSD, I have one question. What is Gordon doing in that scene? I'll tell you what, Mark. Let's have a look, shall we? I'm going to take you back to the beginning. We're just going to watch where we are here. This is all very rough. Oh, hello. That just take it back to here because that's stalled there, didn't it? Ooh. Ah. And that's sort of where we are so far. Turn off all the things that slow it down. So, pose to pose. Yeah, it's the water elevator, the water infested elevator. When at the end of the last episode, he jumped into the elevator to escape the hound eye, which I added a little bit early. Jumps in there, and then the hound eyes attack. Sonic boom, sonic boom, made the elevator fall in my version. Comes crashing down. He's knocked unconscious for probably a few seconds, and now he's waking up, and the elevator is filling with water, and he's using his powers of swimming. Right, here we go. We're going to be a little bit more careful this time. Oh, for fuck's sake. The hand is already going the wrong way. What a pain. Oh man, I'm putting a lot of effort in here, and it is not working for me. Why are you not working for me? Oh, have you worked that time? Watch this though. Okay then. Seem to be working this time. Right. Okay, we might be somewhere this time. Example, you want to rotate a bone, you did 180, you're doing it twice, try. Minus 18 instead of twice. So it gives you negative value. I don't know whether it is giving me a negative value or not, because for some reason the numbers don't seem to be making any difference. They're not changing at the right rate. Again, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ignore the issue in the name of just like getting stuff done, and then I'll fix that when I start kind of doing the second draft of it again. It's all about getting the first bit out there. But yeah, I know what you're getting at, and I think you're absolutely right. I'm just struggling to work out exactly what will make it work. Right, okay, so he shouldn't want his body to sort of turn that way, do we? Want to stay kind of up? Okay, that's sort of getting there. Then I reckon we want spine 2 to kind of... Okay. Whoa. Right. Good. Jammy. I will test this one myself just to get the info right. Yeah, if you've got if you've got the answer to that, and there's like just a little, if there's like a magic fix to that irritating issue, then I understand that it's when you turn something like more than 180, it turns in the wrong direction, but it's just getting it to work from the outset is the problem. But yeah, if there's some way of making that work better, we'll discuss that. Okay, that's sort of not quite right yet, but it's getting there. What if he sort of... Would he do that? It's all too fast, isn't it? That's one of the problems. So I reckon from about here, what we're going to do... Oh goodness. Right. Going to sort of add another second onto it. Is that starting to work? Oh, actually, you know what? I think I preferred it better when it was slow. Right, you know what? It stays there for now. We have got what we want. No, we haven't got what we want, but we've got to a point where it's like not a total disaster. But yes, I am currently trying to... Don't forget to say over 2 minutes. Oh man, Control S is like... like that. The amount of crashes I've had on this and the work I do day to day, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so I say we've got what we want. We haven't got what we want, but we have what is necessary for now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to... As I say, I do this shot by shot, so it's not actually... What camera is it on here? Main camera, right. Needs a lot more particle effects and things, but... So I'm just going to give it an extra... That will do. I'm going to give it this much leeway. Just because that sort of gives us just enough time for him to do some kind of little grabbing animation. And I can always edit a few little bits of that if needs be. I do this shot by shot, so I cheat a lot of it. Apart from the one-ers, obviously. Let's have a look at that with the lighting. Pimarts, this laptop is crashing too. Damn. No, this laptop isn't crashing very much. It only crashes when I do stupid things like try to load too many models that like overload it and stuff. I'm just used to things. Yeah. E7 a jammy. Alright, heading off because it's 2 AM for me. Wow, that is getting late. Well, thanks for the info. Thanks for the advice. That's really helpful. We'll talk about that at another time. But much appreciated. Tune in next time. I'm going to try and do this more regularly. Thank you. Good night. Speaking of movie, when you finish your whole project, well, you know, if you want a 10-hour movie, then fair enough. If I put it all together, maybe I'll do it. That will be in about 40 years' time, so, you know, you're going to have to really bear with me on that. You know how long it takes me to do this shit. Yeah, there's something not right about that twist, but it's fine. It's, you know. You know, Mark, if I manage to like work out a way of properly doing this regularly, then you know, I'll try and do it much more, but we just have to, you know, accept that at the moment I don't really have that much time to do it. But we'll get there. So we are on the next shot. That's nice clean slate. So let's delete all these superfluous cameras now. Gordon Wake Rev 12. Just thinking I could probably save this as the next bit. No. Let's have this whole first bit as when he gets out of the water, all of that stuff, all the water related things, the first zombie, all of that can be the, you know, this project. Can it? No, it can't. I'm going to call this O1. I'm going to call it O2 Gordon Emerge 1. Hey, want to know who the voice actor for Freeman is? Is that a joke? Oh, John Cena. Yeah, fucking John Cena, of course it is. You can't see him normally. And when it's voice acting, can't hear him. Very clever. Well done. That once again sounded really sarcastic. So we're going to go from here. You got that in my head now. So just going to quickly drop down into this to make sure that the animation sets all. They don't do that weird freeze thing that happens, which really annoys me and I hate it. Anyone who's used Source Filmmaker will have come across this problem before when things just stop animating. It's really boring, this, just dragging a load of stuff out. Did you watch Gorgeous Freeman? Of course I watched Gorgeous Freeman. It's amazing. And it's great. And it's the exact opposite of everything that I'm doing. But I love it. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Love it. Totally love it. Right, you know what we can do? We can delete all of these now. We don't need them. Keep the water leaks. Delete the rising water. Effects, statics. Okay, static doors. Alright then. There's so many bloody things to. Just drag a load of things. Yeah, does anyone have any word on Gorgeous Freeman? Is there going to be any more of that, or is it as dead as my projects look half the time? Does he animate that in Gmod? Does anyone know? Because it doesn't look very SFM. It looks very sort of weighty and over the top. Yeah, I mean, his voice being Duke Nukem, it's like it's the very deliberate opposite of Gordon Freeman, isn't it? Gordon Freeman is a shy, nervous nerd, and Duke Nukem is he's Duke Nukem, wisecracking, misogynistic wanker. I know what's his face said he's retired. Ah. Well, there have been times I've wondered about retiring from doing this, just because sometimes I feel a little bit like I'm holding myself back with it. But I want to finish it now. Why does Duke Nukem's voice coming out of Gordon's body work so well? No idea. I was about to try and do an impression of him there, but I'm not good at it. What does he say? Power armor is for pussies. The thing is that he's not pimply like he is in your episodes. What do you mean by pimply? Because, like, pimply means, like, he's got, like, cysts and whiteheads on his face, doesn't it? Or do you just mean, like, sort of scared and quivery? Hey, there we go. That's boring bit done. So, scaredy cat, you know. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I got a load of, like, so much criticism early on in this. People going, why ain't Gordon such a pussy? That's such an insult it's such an insult to Gordon Freeman. Pimply is a good word. But, you know, people really criticise me for making Gordon scared. Oh, it's disgusting. What an insult to the character. Fuck him. Because the guy's like a 27-year-old guy with his little PhD, that's been insulting, but you know, he's a scientist. He's younger than I am now, and a full-on alien invasion, you'd be terrified. My Gordon is going to grow into being a badass, you know? Like, he's going to be super hard later on, but just not yet. Right, let's get this crowbar in a slightly better position. Okay. Script. I think it was about there. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna fix it manually. Yeah, okay. Let's get the lighting back on. Looks like it's phasing at the ground a little bit there. That's probably okay. Right then. I like your approach a bit better than Gordon being a badass right off the bat, to be honest. That is, that's what I'm going for, man. Like, character development is really important. If they're stupidly hard at the beginning, and that's all they ever are, then what's the point? You know? Right. Anyway, this crowbar looks really weirdly unlit. And is that just because it's in an unlit spot? I think it might be. Is it? It looks completely black. I think it is just quite dark. What it needs, though, is it needs to be a little bit more. Needs to be a little bit more shiny, doesn't it? Let's just add had, you know, it's been wetted and all that. Let's add a little bit of the old Fong boost. Always best to overdo it. Oh, okay, that did nothing. I know I'm going to massively overdo this first, but I want to just get an idea of where we are. I mean, the brighter one might work, you know. Let's get a bit of the Fong exponential on there as well. Discovered this recently. I love it. Make things look realistically wet and glistening. Right, that'll do for now. So we want it at 10. Right. So, first camera. I'll rename it. Cam 1. That'll do for now. Right here, camera. Cam 1. So, let's just play ahead all of that. So, I think the field of view is a little bit too... it might work actually. What lens are we on? We're on 50 at the moment. Let's just do a little virtual 35. Oh, that crowbar looks shit, doesn't it? I wonder if there's just a way we can light it. Just without, you know, making it look really bad. I mean, that is obviously not the way to do it without looking really bad. But for now, ignore the fact that the crowbar doesn't look very good. Oh, it's pretty dark anyway, isn't it? All those details of lighting will, you know, will come to. So, turn off the lighting again for now. So Gordon is going to kind of go back to normal. We want to start from scratch here. Is there any post-processing type stuff you do when you've done animating? Not on Half-Life generally, no. It just tends to be all in-camera stuff. I want it to have that look. That sort of semi-documentary, you know, thing. I know that's not helpful, but I don't post-process any of it really. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just remove his custom rig. Then we'll import his ragdoll sequence, just as a nice. Add some flashing lights in one of the angles of the room. Yeah, it needs to. It needs something. I mean, the lighting again. I'm currently just working off the basic lighting. There we go. There's the shot. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, I think we've established that that doesn't look good at all. Let's get the camera a bit further forward. Let's ignore the... and you know what? I want that to be underwater from the outset. Oh, bollocks. So... what am I doing? I've forgotten. There we go. So we're just going to be skipping this all ahead a little bit. Just get that under the water. Good. Looks about right. Just under. There we go. So. Let's get that on a 50 mil. Nice and kind of tight. We'll fix all that stuff later. Let's place Gordon firmly under the water. There we go, that's a good start. So we'll have you ever seen the Ipcris file? I have not seen the Ipcris file, no. It's meant to be pretty good though. Michael Caine sort of espionage thriller, sort of film noir kind of thing, isn't it? Okay, this could probably do with being a little bit more well composed, but whatever. Oh, you know what? Let's put him in the centre of it. That's better. A bit more central. Let's take the camera. A little bit more central. I'll do. I know this might be a stupid question, but is Gordon going to get injured in this series? Whew. Gordon's going to go through worse shit than any of you have ever seen from anything in Half-Life. This is going to be the most damaged Gordon ever. I hope that answers your question. Gordon Freeman. I have run dry my drink, so I'm just gonna go and make one. Give me one moment. It's gonna say gone for a wee, but I'm actually lying. Can you all see that that now says actually a drink? I'll make a proper one of them soon. And hello. The thumbnail for the Proposition live stream, is that the one where I'm going? I don't know, I probably chose that. So what happens now is this. Gordon is just gonna there you go, the end. Anyway, that was not funny. Let's just see where we were. Gordon water effects. Hang on. Ah, that's what that is. The blood from his face. By the way, John, since you want to do a Half-Life movie, would you also want to do a Bond movie? Lol. Okay, my name is Joe, first off. Not John. I probably wouldn't do a Bond movie. I have a lot of nostalgia for James Bond from when I was younger, but looking at it now, unless they really start to shake up the formula, I kind of hate it. In a way that's difficult to explain. I just think I think the character's outdated. I'm sure there are ways to fix that, but for me personally, I'd need to do something really subversive with it, and we've seen what happens when people try to do things differently with franchises. The fans, TM, get quite upset. But, you know, we'll see. But I don't think I'm in any position to be the guy who makes a Bond movie. Right, let's sort of get him in a position where he's about to kind of come crashing out the water. That's really annoying me. All this unknown shit can be seen. Why is that guy? Why can't I see that guy? Room 1 statics, elevator stuff. Nice. That's better. Yeah, Gordon's as flexible as he'll ever need to be. So, I'm sort of imagine he's got fairly high up. He's gonna sort of rig hand, yeah. Starts there. Joe! What's the best acting you've seen in a bad movie? That's my name. The best acting I've seen in a bad movie. Oh. The best acting in a bad movie. The obvious answer is Nicolas Cage in every bad film that he's in, but that's not. That's cheating, isn't it? It's difficult that because I find that good acting can quite frequently redeem a bad movie. So, I mean, it's the cast of the Silent Hill movie. Oh, that's not a bad shout, that, like. Because Silent Hill is... Oh, that Silent Hill film really angers me. Because you know what? Let's talk about the Silent Hill movie for a second. While I take a sip of this old-fashioned. Because it's just... It's quite close to being really good. Because it looks right. It's directed fairly well. Every visual aspect of Silent Hill is like there perfectly. But that's the problem. It's so surface level that's its immediate failing, and that really irritates me. It looks great. It's not badly directed. It should be excellent, but it fundamentally misses the point of what Silent Hill actually is. And can you get any more frustrating than that? I don't think so. Anyway, hello, hi, hello, yes, the use of the original score is admittedly amazing. I will give them that. Apocalypse Now vibes. I have always wondered whether it's going to be possible to get that real classic, the real yeah, it would be quite nice to get Gordon properly coming out Martin Sheen style. It's one of my favourite shots in any film, and as much as I thought that the 2013 Tomb Raider was a bit shit, there's a great bit where she comes out of the water similar to it. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. Oh, his neck needs to do the same. Good acting in a bad film, actually. Gangs of New York, maybe. Gangs of New York is an absolutely shit film. That's almost good, again. But, of course, Daniel Day-Lewis is the main guy in it, and he's just ridiculously awesome. He's, you know... It's worth watching a film that bad for... Look, you say how dare you, right? Look, the production design's amazing, the costume design's amazing. There's a lot about it that's amazing, but it's just kind of shit. And I'm not sure why. Like, do you know what I'm getting at? Like, surely you sort of know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I will say I've not watched it in a long time. But I think that it's a bad film that I'm also quite drawn to. I think it's one of Leonardo DiCaprio's worst performances, which is incredibly frustrating. You know, but Daniel Day-Lewis is great in it. It's got a lot going for it. You know, it's like Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is like really bad. But I also really want to watch it again sometime. Oh yeah, he was terrible in The Beach, like. Right. Let's get this face looking a bit right. Again, Dracula. It's bad, but I kind of do love it. Yeah, the one with Gary Oldman. It's like it's bad in a lot of ways. But I am strangely drawn to it. I don't know. I think because it's ambitious and earnest and it does a lot right, but doesn't come together, you know? I don't know. I think I'm talking total shit now, but... Gary Oldman is amazing in that film. Keanu Reeves is absolutely appalling in that film. And I like Keanu Reeves. I think he's quite good. I think he's, you know, I think he gets bad rap when people say, oh, Keanu Reeves is shit. Like, he's not shit. It's just, you know, he's crap in some stuff. But, like, it's just his way of acting, you know? Right. So I've got a little bit distracted by just doing all the talking again. Sorry. It's amazing how one film can have some of the best and worst acting I've ever seen. Well, it's like Gangs of New York, isn't it? Some awful acting in that. I think you should make Gordon's face like smudged. Yeah. Something I'm finding a bit difficult is this current Gordon model. I love it, but I can't decompile it to add extra skins. The last one I had, it had like 5 skins that were all identical, but then I could use override materials to change them in the middle of a shot. So you could blood could be added, it could go away, anything could happen with it. But this one, I've tried decompiling it, but the model doesn't work when decompiling. I'm not sure why. So adding multiple skins doesn't work. So I'm going to have to, like... He is going to come out of the water with a lot less blood on his face once I've worked out a better way of doing it. But yeah, it's yes, I have most definitely thought of that. Alright, Sherlock Zorro, what are you saying about the live-action Resident Evil films? Because we're talking about good acting in bad films, and I don't think they have any good acting in them. Because they are some of the worst films ever. Let's get the jaw a bit more clenched. There we go. I never watched the second Silent Hill because I just thought it's obviously going to be really bad. The RE films, including one of the animated ones. Oh, they're all just bad. They're all just bad. There was apparently a Max Payne film. There was a Max Payne film, and it starred Mark Wahlberg. It was shit. Absolutely rubbish. Awful films. Yeah, currently he's not looking too good, is he? It's sort of supposed to look a bit better than it does, but... Oh, that doesn't really work either. How about there, maybe? You know what, let's kind of give him a bit of a... It's a bit lean. Whoa. Yeah, Max Payne was awful. Silent Hill sequel was awful. The Sonic the Hedgehog film, I've not seen, but I assume it's... The impression that I get is that it's like, oh yeah, great, fine. It's like a fine kids film, you know? But that's all it's ever going to be. Like a solid 5 out of 10. How amazing. Right, I'm gonna... Oh shit. I'm gonna... fuck. What the hell? Shit. What's happened here? Hands have gone really weird. Don't know what happened there. Little bug. Anyway, where were we? About there. Just gonna bring the arms up. I wonder if this would just look better if he was... If we had a slightly better... Different this. 185. Again, I think he needs like a bit more sort of slightly extreme. So I'm kind of doing that. Boom. Actually, I think I prefer the 50mm. Boom. I mean, I'm struggling here because I've never animated anyone in water before, so this to me just feels really weirdly alien. Maybe I just need to kind of keep improvising, because that's what a lot of this is. Might be like, I wonder if it's a little bit too slow. This is meant to just be him kind of blasting out of the water, you know. Why are his teeth showing? Well, they're not showing. Oh, it's the hairs of his beard. Let's have his head just kind of doing something a little different as well, just to add a little bit of extra. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, okay. Mark OSD. No, you've changed. No, I can see you've changed it. Oh, he's got a little lambda in there. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Michael's World. By all means, play a bit of Halo while I do this, because this is not the most exciting thing you've ever seen. Oh, I'm spilling old fashioned on myself. Ugh. Does it need to like come up slightly more? No, I don't think he does. I think maybe he just needs to be a bit lower that time. Whoa. Pinwheel, Pinwheel Arts, put lambda in your name, Pinwheel Arts. I could do that. The problem is, I don't want to only be associated with this Half-Life stuff. That was never really my intention when I started this channel. But you know, I want this to be for my filmmaking that is not just Half-Life. I see what you're getting at. It might be a fun thing. I could do it for a bit. But no, we'll see. Everyone should put lambda in their name. How do I do that? I'll work it out at some point. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just right. So. So it's pelvis, spine 2, neck, and head. Right, it's all going to needs to be a bit quicker. So we're gonna 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. It's getting there for being a little bit quicker. What part of the game are you excited to get to for how Gordon will react? Yes, you asked me that earlier, didn't you? And I missed it. There's all kinds of moments. Obviously, seeing a US Marine like gun down one of his guys, like that's gonna be pretty brutal. I'm really interested to see that. I want him to get a little bit of hate in him. obviously he's going to see Zen and be like, whoa, man, it's an alien planet. But then, what other little moments? I'm just trying to play through Half-Life in my head a little bit. I'm quite looking forward to how he reacts to the Black Ops assassin. The Black Ops are going to be much more prominent in my thing. You know, they because in Half-Life, the human bad guys are all HECU, but actually I feel like the Black Ops should come into it later, so the HECU kind of shift from being villains to sort of, they get pushed aside as bad guys, and the Black Ops become the real bad guys, and the ninja sort of assassin character in Apprehension, I think she's gonna, you know, I'm gonna like play around a little bit with how that works. That'll be quite fun. I'm gonna be mimicking a little bit of original Metal Gear Solid cutscene stuff with that, because that'll be quite good. I don't know. Reacting to some of the cool weapons later on, I think you'll be quite interested in. I would have said his reaction to the labs in questionable ethics, but by that point he's going to be in such a poor state that he might not. I'm not sure he'll be conscious anymore. Right, let's have his face change here a little bit, shall we? He needs to sort of... Oh, actually, his head could maybe... Boom. Oh, no, that didn't work. What about... Boom. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere there. Add some bounce to his neck. Yeah, his neck could maybe come down a little bit, couldn't it? Oh, that looks rubbish. Not because you suggested it, just because I did a bad job of it. That's the sort of thing I'll look into again on the sort of second run through. I'm gonna get the broad strokes down for now. So let's we're gonna open his eyes. Raise the eyelids a bit, and maybe tighten the bottoms of them a little. Not really clenching the jaw anymore. Taking a huge breath. Might wrinkle that nose a little bit, so we'll upper razor on there a little bit. Oh, wrinkle is doing nothing. Bit weird. Cheek razor is always good. Whoa! Oh, now he needs to start doing that about there. Whoa! Maybe even there. The moment that he gets out of the water, straighten it all up, and then we'll fix the details on it. I know that his entire face wouldn't move at once. see that mouth open as quickly as you can. Right. Straighten that shit up, man. To be honest, it works fairly linear for now. I should never chat while getting distracted with a project. Yeah, well, that's me. Getting distracted, chatting over a project. Would you ever shoot a movie on an iPhone? Or on a phone? No. No. Because I just... I know that this is totally lame, but we all spent a lot of money on those good cameras and all those decent lenses, and I hate that phones, because they shoot in 4K and sort of look quite nice, I hate this idea that you can shoot anything on them. I think it's bullshit. So much more goes into it. Goes into like actually making a film. You need far more than just a phone. It's not a very good argument, that, but that's sort of where my opinion lies. I feel like he sort of needs to almost be further back when he does that. It should be about there that he... Oh, that doesn't work. Nah, screw it. It's alright for now. Happy it's democratizing filmmaking for people. That's fair. The idea that anyone can like make a film on their phone that is a low budget film, that is like, that is very indie and what have you, like that's cool. It helps people get into filmmaking more. But I think people need to realise that there is more to shooting video than their phones. You know? Ooh, I can shoot this really nicely on my phone. But if I wanted to actually get into filmmaking, I could shoot it much better on a Blackmagic Pocket. You know? Phones are never going to be as good as actual cameras. So, you know. I reckon if we got a little bit of camera movement on there, you know, just before it dips under. Boom. I can show you the progress so far. However, I'm going to need to edit it. So if you don't mind, I'm going to quickly go into Creative Cloud, which is somewhere. I don't have any editing software on here at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download Premiere. Creative Cloud. I have Chrome in a different window, so you can't see it. because you might see my search history. And you don't want to fucking see that. Am I like changing massively with that? I really need a light, don't I? But yes, Mark, I am going to sort it out now. Give me a sec. Because I really should have my editing software installed on here. I'm just being like super cautious. Start free trial? Piss off, I pay for it. Premiere Pro is now installing. Where is it? Hang on, I'm having a brain fart. Premiere Pro, Premiere Pro, Premiere Pro. Where have you gone? 6%. Okay. We will get there. For now, let's just keep on with this rough edit. Oh man, he looks like he's gasping for air. Amazing. I actually quite like it. So, as soon as we've got Premiere Pro going, I'll cut together the little bits we have, and we'll see what we've got. But you are going to have to be patient. He's got his hands on the surface now, so he can kind of get himself. Whoa. Not there. Just. Yeah, there we go. Again, hugely rough. Ooh, parts of the PC came, did they? What are you building? Not that I know what it means, but I was originally going to build a PC, but the people I know who can build PCs can't come to my house because we're on lockdown. Building it myself, sourcing the parts, would have been too stressful. I'm no good at any of that shit, so I just thought buying a really shit hot laptop will do perfectly for the time being. Boom. Okay, there we go. Nah, he needs to kind of keep his mouth open a little bit, doesn't he? Head needs to be a little bit more. Okay, so his arms currently only come straight up, don't they? So they need a little bit of extra something. Tell you what, we'll have them come forward initially. That should. Oh shit, that doesn't work at all. we go. Give him a bit of extra. There we go. You getting Halo now? Never been a big fan of Halo. Truth be told. Just wasn't my jam. Always been a PlayStation person. When I was at uni, we bought a... you know what? I'm going to finish the story in a sec. I'm going to go for a Wii. And then I'm going to talk about PlayStations and Xboxes. So that's what you're all here for. Right. So I was going to talk about Halo, wasn't it? I can't really be asked. Yeah, the first games console I ever had was a... actually, the first one I ever had was an Atari 7800. And I don't even know where it came from, so real old. I think we had 2 games for it. Fatal Run and Ikari Warriors. That stopped working, and then I never had another console for years and years and years, because my parents didn't want to get me one. You know, all my friends had Sega Mega Drives, so I'm telling a big story about my console history now. This is great fun. They all had Sega Mega Drives, and then a couple of them got Super Nintendos, and then of course they all got PlayStations. You know. And bear in mind, I'm 31, right? I was at the right age to get those consoles when they came out, and all my friends were getting these games consoles as they came out, and I was so fucking jealous, right? All had Mega Drives. I used to, play Streets of Rage with them, but I never got to own Streets of Rage. PlayStations, all kinds, and then I said to my mum, I said, for my 12th birthday, will you get me a PlayStation 2? Because that was when they were really new, right? And she was like, no, of course not. She wasn't going to get me a games console. Because to my parents, they were just a stupid waste of money. So that got knocked on the head. And then you've all dropped in on me telling a stupid story now. So I wasn't allowed a PS2, and then around about the same time I got really into Jackass. It was quite new at the time, so I was watching Jackass on the telly and that, and I'm thinking, oh, me and my friends could make Jackass videos, right? If we had a video camera. And my mum was aware that I was getting into Jackass. She was letting me stay up late to watch it, and I said to her, oh mum, actually for my birthday I don't want a PlayStation 2 anymore. Can I have a video camera? And she was like, oh, I don't know about that. For my 12th birthday, what did I get? PS2. It was less dangerous than the video camera for making fucking Jackass videos. Got a PS2. Had that for years. That was my first proper games console. I was one of the first people in my village to have one. The first person in my school to have one, which felt fucking mint. And then I went to uni, and my housemate we were like, oh, do we buy a PS3 or an Xbox 360? and he went, "Oh, let's get an Xbox 360 because it's got Halo 3 on it and it's the best game ever. We have to get it. I'll hate you all if you buy a PS3." So we bought an Xbox 360 and it had Halo on it, and none of us enjoyed it. We missed out on all the good PlayStation exclusives because Matt wanted to play Halo and we all thought it was shit. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going now. But I am aware that Halo is actually quite fun. Shit story, that. I'm not sure why I even told it. Hands come up too quickly, don't they? Oh shit, no. His hands goes through the lift there. Ah, they're alright. Do you ever play Half-Life Decay? No. I have the PS2 port of Half-Life somewhere. Where are my PS2 games? I'm gonna go and find it. Hello. There it is. You know what? I've got the PS2 port. Never enjoyed it. I wasn't a big fan. I didn't think it played very well. Maybe just because it's a game that was designed to be played on a PC and it didn't translate well to a controller. I never thought that was really an issue until I got this laptop and started playing first-person shooters with a mouse and keyboard, which I've never really done, and thought, Jesus Christ, it's so much fucking easier with a mouse. But I had Decay, but yeah, because it comes on this, and we never actually played it. I think just because I didn't have any friends who wanted to play Half-Life Decay, you know. Me and my friends preferred Tony Hawk, Tony Hawk's Underground, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, and actually our favourite multiplayer game was The Warriors. The best multiplayer game ever, possibly. It was goddamn good. Who remembers The Warriors? Go on, give me a shout if you remember The Warriors. Right, gonna have to just do a little bit of fiddling here. Let's just frame that clip. I'll zoom in a bit. Boom. You've never heard of The Warriors, Michael's World? You've ruined my night. The Warriors, it was developed by Rockstar back in 2005, maybe 2004, 2005, and it's weird, actually. It's really weird because it's a movie tie-in, but it's a movie tie-in for a film from 1979. So there's this, this cult movie, The Warriors, who I'm sure everyone's heard of now. It's pretty massive in terms of cult status. This weird, just totally bizarre, like Walter Hill movie about like street gangs in New York. When he first made it, it was originally meant to be set in the future, but it's clearly set in 1979. But these sort of colourfully dressed street gangs in New York City, all wearing sort of bizarre disco suits and like mime outfits and shit. And the Warriors are one of these gangs who are framed for the murder of another influential gang leader, and then every gang in the city is set upon them, so they have to get all the way from some place in New York, I can't remember where it starts, but they are trying to get across New York all the way to Coney Island, which is their turf. So it's this kind of tense, like behind enemy lines, like siege movie almost, and it's good. It's a good film. It's very camp, but it's great. It's got James Remar in it, who's been in like Dexter and all kinds of other stuff. It's good fun. It's an entertaining film. But then Rockstar, like 25 years later, thought, oh, let's make a video game out of this, and it's basically like if Streets of Rage was 3D. If you like Streets of Rage, and you should, but you think it would have been better if it was in 3D and more violent, then The Warriors is the game that you should be playing. That's that. That's another not very good story that I've just told. Yes, Mark. Streets of Rage. One of my favourite games ever. Still is. You got Streets of Rage on the Xbox 360. Damn. Right, Mark, I got to ask you a question here, right? Personal question. How old are you? I don't mean that as the insult it sounds. Oh, that looks rubbish. Nah, we'll fix that later. Yeah, Mark OSD, how old are you? Purely objectively, how old are you? "12? Are you actually 12? Or are you doing the old, like, I am 12 and what is this meme? For real, this is interesting. Also, if you're 12, you shouldn't be watching this because I'm swearing. Okay, so you're actually 12. Right, okay. This is 14 and I'm edgy. Yeah, you got it, Zach. So, right, you're 12 years old, okay. So you were born in 2008? 2008, you were born in 2008, okay. Streets of Rage came out in like 1991. So when it first came out, I was still like a toddler. But you know, we were playing those games when we were sort of like 5 or 6 years old. So, you know, I'm talking like 1995. So nearly 20 years before you were born. 1995, 2008. Yeah, many years before you were born. We were playing those games on the old Segas, man, in the slotting that cartridge in. No save games. It was really hard. Your mum had it. No way. What, she have it on the Sega? Beautiful. It's crazy though, man. Like, I genuinely love that. Like, there's a guy in here, and I mean, you might well be just taking the piss, and you might be my age, but convincingly telling me you're 12. But you know what I mean? If you're 12 years old and you're still playing Streets of Rage, man, I really respect that. That is class. She has it on Sega. Your mum has Streets of Rage on Sega. And you're 12 years old and playing it on Xbox. You know what, man? That's like pretty wholesome. Like, that is damn cool. The Sega's long gone. I mean, yeah, the Sega that I bought in a second-hand store is pretty much gone. They always are. They stop working. Alright, so Zachary didn't start getting into games until I got a PS2 in 2006. So, that whole thing looks shit. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Something not quite right about this. Is it because... You know what? It's rough. Rough, doesn't need to be real, doesn't need to be good yet. I may have asked you this before, but how old are you, Zachary? Because you seem a little older. Might know about some of these old games. Shit. You played Sims the Herbs. Yeah, I reckon I played that. So you're 24 next month, yeah, so you're a similar age. Know a little bit more about some of that real old school gaming, man. It's crazy stuff. Oh, I need to check whether Premiere downloaded. It did! Okay. What we're going to do is a quick little recap of where we are. So we're gonna ignore every unfinished little thing. So, oh, you know what? That's going to really annoy me until we have a good splash in there. Warwick splash. Right, we're just gonna. Where are you? Where are you people? Yeah, sorry, Mark. I got completely distracted talking shit. Because I always do. Right, so we're going to start the time at 0. Right, we're just going to have a little mess with this particle at the moment. Water splash. Right. There we go. Emit instantaneously. Looks about right for now. Yeah, okay. Again, this is pretty rough. Just, instantaneously. It's one single splash, it'll do nicely. Ring small. Oh yeah. It doesn't need quite as much of a positioning, does it? That's that'll do for that. And right, so it needs to. Right, and we want that to kind of appear right as. Don't go away, stupid thing. Appears there. Okay, so we'll say it starts at 0.2. 0.2. Boom. Hopefully he's going to sort of appear in a splash. And that doesn't work at all. Oh, that's because it's not visible. No, it should still be. Hang on. Okay. That's weird. I don't like that at all. That his hair is his hair shows through the water. That's very strange, and probably needs sorting. However, 8 doesn't think anything like as opaque as it is. Yeah, that looks bad. I think that is to do with a transparency issue on one of the models. I don't know whether it's the problem with his hair or the water, but one of them must have some kind of priority, so it shows through that, but we will work that out in the future. That might need to be changed from translucent to alpha test. No idea. Might put that in the forums. We'll see. So we're going to go back to the start of things. So that's sort of where all that shit stops animating. So we'll export movie, layoff settings, yes, change the shutter speed so that it's got that kind of fast. We want that Saving Private Ryan look. I'm going to call this Gordon. Emerge. H264, 720p. Yeah, sure. Right. There's that. And then we're going to quick save. Right, actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to fix that issue with the weird water line. And I think the way we're going to do that is to move a load of stuff. Oh, hello, that didn't work. Camera 3, cover the camera. So then, what we need to do is we need to move various things. Christ. It's the water, Gordon, the elevator, the light, the camera. I think. So, water, Gordon, the camera, the light, elevator. So this should technically cheat it. Yeah. We now have ostensibly the same shot, but with the actual water not appearing. Now this water isn't muddy enough, but we will fix that later. And I mean, I will fix that in private. So now we should be able to do these two shots, but we're going to sort of stop around about there. Because I'm finished animating this bit. I'm going to call this file, export, movie. Gordon, wake, swim. Ambient occlusions on. Yeah, okay, cool. File, export, movie. Gordon, wake, swim. They have settings as they are. Right. I'm going to leave this to export. You can watch it, but I'm going to go to the loo, I'm going to have a wee, and I'm going to get myself another old-fashioned. Because I'm not confident enough to do this sober yet. We're gonna make another old-fashioned, man. Whoa, look at that, I got back before it was finished. So yeah, one, my bladder is definitely the size of a blueberry. As soon as I've had like one drink, every 5 minutes, man, I need a piss. It's very bad crack, and I hate it. I also drink a lot of coffee, so it doesn't help. You forgot the BRB screen. No, I didn't. I deliberately did that so that you could all see the render taking place. I thought that would be fun. Nice depth of field. It will look nice once I've actually changed the sample size. I think currently it's still on use camera settings, so it looks fucking awful. But we'll get there. But thank you, yes, I am going for the owl depth field. Oh, hang on, I should put a folder in there. AHL SFM, I've just realised you can't see any of this because I am doing it in a different window. Maybe you can see it now? Yes, you can. UC4. And here we are now. This is Adobe Premiere Pro 2020, which I absolutely hate. I prefer 2019 simply because it's not shit. 2020 is buggy and horrible. Loads of stuff doesn't work. After Effects 2020 is even worse. As far as I'm aware, the Roto Brush corrupts your projects. All of that shit. So, what am I doing? Quickly throwing some things together. Half-Life, P4, exports. Right, where were we? Gordon Wake's Swim. And did that work? Hey, classic Premiere this. And Gordon Merge. Pinwheel Arts. What cinematographer would you want to get to do a Half-Life movie? Me. I'd shoot myself. A lot of directors I like, they hold the camera as well. Steven Soderbergh, phenomenal director, directed The Nick, which is the best TV show ever, and go fuck yourself if you disagree. He does his own camera work, and it's fantastic. He's great. But what we're talking about here is like, you know, if it's me directing it, obviously it's not a cinematographer that exists, because it doesn't work like that, does it? Let's True Detective Season 1 would like a word with you. Yes, True Detective Season 1 is phenomenally shot as well. Very, very good. Looks amazing. Still not as good as The Nick. Excellent, though. Has a great oneer in it, and I really love it. But, yeah, like, it's difficult to say what cinematographer you would use, because if I'm directing it, we're imagining that we're 10, 15 years into the future. Let's say I'm 47 years old, you know, and actually making this film. The cinematographer is a personal friend of mine who's really good with a camera. I don't know who that is. But if we're doing like a sort of fantasy crewing up, you know, all this fantasy football, fantasy casting bullshit, you know, the director and cinematographer would possibly still be Steven Soderbergh, because he does he does action very well, he does sci-fi very well, he does drama very well, he just nails it all. If you go in a little bit more high concept, just Neil Blomkamp and all of his team, similar, you know. I don't even really know. Shall we have a little look at where we are? What we will do is, hey, there we go, that button works. Let's have a little look at it. Oh, what the hell happened there? It's really weird at the end. I think it's just Premiere being weird. I think it's just Premiere being weird. Yeah, so him turning around here, it's missing something. I think it's too fast, maybe. It's something's not right there. Whoa, but it's in the ballpark. As I say, it's the ballpark. The ballpark is very large. Who wants to know what my favourite thing about this here is? What makes him fall into the water? It's the thing. The reason he jumps down is because he realizes that if he tries to crawl out of that hole that's getting smaller, he'll probably just get splattered. He throws himself in, but it's not that well telegraphed. It needs like another little slightly obvious thing. So you're right, it doesn't quite work yet, but there's reasoning to it. It's just not quite there. But yeah. But my favourite thing is, can you guys see the cursor? Hello. So the thing that I love is just this little bit of blood that we've got coming from his cheek. I just thought that was cool, man. Anyway, gonna go back to the old emergence media. What time is it? Oh damn, it's 1:30. Getting late. Oh, pardon me. Will he have an infection? He's going to get treatment at some point, which is more convenient than him having to deal with his face sort of going yellow. Which the infection's a nice idea. I think that what needs to happen throughout it is that he needs to kind of, there needs to be like medical attention administered here and there, because otherwise it's going to slow the whole thing down a little bit, isn't it? But yes, you know, there'll be reasons for it to make sense, is what I'm saying. Right. Well, oh, fuck. Oh, bollocks. Where are you? Piss off. What's all this? Right then, alright. Ah! Oh, there we go. Something. His hands need to do something, don't they? The hell? Thank you, work camera, for being all the way over there. Oh, it's got a horrible field of view, that, like. Just take it down a little as well. Ah, this is bad. This isn't working at all. I hate it. Can't quite work out what I'm doing wrong. Might have got to that point where I'm just not sure what to do. These are kind of comes up and this is his hands and he needs to go under the water and then back up. Come up. Do his hands need to go higher? Right hand certainly needs to go higher. And then we're gonna where's it? Oh. Yeah, see, there we go. Yeah, okay, that's getting somewhere. Left hand, so it comes up and it's gonna, yeah, about there, okay. Again, take it just down a little, just smooth that out. Hey, there we go, that's starting to look a little bit more like something. Elvis probably needs a little bit more. Down a little. There we go, something's animating. Are you a fan of Brian De Palma? Oh, Zachary, man, you're like the only person who keeps these streams alive with actual questions. Now you say that, Brian De Palma. I don't know. I'm trying to think what he's made. So the first three things that come to mind are Scarface. Hang on. Scarface, Mission Impossible, Black Dahlia? Was that him? So I don't know. I hate Scarface. I think it's a fucking gaudy, like, stupid, juvenile attempt at a gangster film that just kind of doesn't work. But saying that, I probably haven't watched it in about 8 years. So it might be better than I think. It's probably quite well directed, but I do hate Scarface. Oh, you know what? Carrie and the Untouchables are good. They are very good films. The Untouchables, it's a little bit like... it's good, but it's... I remember watching it and thinking, oh, this feels a little bit conventional for a gangster movie. But it's not bad. Carrie is very good. And then, you know what? Mission Impossible, as the first Mission Impossible film, I think is very commendable. I like it. It's not bad at all. I think he's alright. He's not a bad director. I wouldn't say he's a great director, but... But yeah, there you have it. Sorry, I'm getting to that point where I'm quite pissed again. Each one of those is like a sort of quadruple shot of whiskey. I'm trying to kind of keep myself going, but admittedly struggling a little bit. Pelvis going again. But there. Let's give him a little bit of that bobbing motion. Oh, that looks rubbish. Oh man, that looks fucking shit. Let's try that. Okay. Not great. Let's just try. I've been forgetting to do the old smooth it out. Don't look quite as bad. Can't really tell you're drunk. I mean, I feel it. I'm glad that I don't look that drunk, but you know. Sherlock Zorro 101, are you still there? You have a question I didn't answer. Are we going to learn why Gordon is mute in this series? I don't know. The only reason that in my earlier videos, like when I first started this, Gordon was mute. Yeah, you are there. Great, cool. So Gordon, let's talk about Gordon Freeman now. So the idea, Gordon Freeman, I don't think he's meant to be a mute, is he? He's, you know, he's like, he's got his PhD. At no point does it say that he did it using sign language or by holding up cards like a Bob Dylan video from the 1960s. You know, he clearly speaks. He's a silent protagonist because in video games, most protagonists, even now, you play a first-person shooter, you don't say anything. Glad we've got that out of the way. It makes a bit of a joke about it in Half-Life 2, is sort of as if he is mute, but I don't think the idea is supposed to be that he is. The only reason I didn't have him saying anything in my earlier stuff was because... Hang on, has he got the right phone shading on him? Bear with me here. There's just not enough light on him. Anyway, yeah, so the reason he said nothing was because there's no voice acting recorded for the guy in Black Mesa. And I didn't want to be the person who went, oh, well, this is what Gordon Freeman sounds like, you know. I don't have the equipment, I don't have the studio space to do the voice acting. I am not a voice actor. You know, I couldn't do his voice. I'm not American. I probably can't do a particularly good American accent. So he's silent, and I just thought, it's cool. Hi, Bob Ross. I just thought, you know, it's cool. Let's have him just continue being sort of stoic and reacting to things visually. Might not work that well. I kind of wish that I could just retcon all that and have him start speaking. Maybe I will. Maybe at some point it's just like, hey, he's got a voice actor. Let's just pretend he used to speak. Maybe one day I'll redo all the old ones with some voice acting, but we don't know. Right now he's only mute because that's how he's always been. And it's a bit difficult. How would he speak if he did, in your opinion? I quite like the idea that he wouldn't talk very much. Like, you'd still keep the dialogue down, but he'd be sort of... do we know much about his backstory? Should we have a look? Should we look him up? Where's he from? Gordon Freeman. You know what? Let's put him in the window up here. You can all see him. Gordon Freeman. In the flesh. Biography. A native of Seattle, Washington. Okay. I think I did know that at one point, but I've forgotten. Okay, here we go. Let's look up the Seattle accent. Oh my god! Look what it is! That is a damn good thumbnail. Right, Seattle accent. I can't hear it. Why is it not making any sound? It is not making any sound. Okay, hang on. My computer's not making any sound. Completely silent. Come on. Oh, hang on. Is it something to do with the audio? Give me a sec. Just a sec. Oh, it's not the snowball mic, you fucking idiot. Can you hear me? Right, I'm still speaking. This is great, man. You guys, like, you get to me at 2 AM, like, trying to work out how to actually work a computer. It's fucking embarrassing, this. I assume it's probably just not capturing the output of my computer. NVIDIA, high definition. Oh, it might be that. Okay.
We expect to hear accents in the Deep South or the East
Can you hear
Coast
that?
or in states like Minnesota. But how about here?
Because I fucking can't.
in Seattle. It's subtle, but linguists think...
Okay, you can hear it, but I can't.
Some Seattle sounds may...
This is good. Oh dear. Let's just gonna rename that. What do the volume sliders say?
They venture from traditional pronunciations.
It's on
So
full
take a listen
volume,
to this report
and
from P5's Joe Fryer.
I can.
Would you like the same thing, or do you
I
want to
mean,
try
I
something
can
different?
see the I can see the audio levels going. It's just not playing on my computer, which is weird. Bear with me. Why can't I hear this? This is my own computer. I can't hear it.
For sure.
I know, right?
You could.
Fuck's sake. I'm just gonna grab some headphones. Oh shit, Jesus. Oh dear.
We expect to hear accents in the Deep South or...
Right, gonna just do a little bit of Googling here. Oh yes, can't hear audio. Monitor only. Hang on. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh. Hello, gory girl. The person who speaks in capitals, and I've seen in a lot of those SFM forums. How are you doing? You're just going to have to bear with me because I'm not doing anything fun. I'm currently trying to work out why I can't hear my audio. Output desktop. Oh, you're gonna have to bear with me for a sec because I'm just being a classic idiot. What the hell, man? Volume's up. Hello, Gory Girl. Suck at 3D modeling, so do I. I only know how to animate, and I don't even really know how to animate. You're just gonna have to give me a moment here because I'm having some trouble with my own audio.